Check. 1, 2, 1, 2. It's your boy GooseneckxGamer checking in. I got Fling Mike with me. Mike, you there?
I'm here, bro.
Hello. Okay. Fling Mike is here. I didn't know Spurs Mike was here. Who was here? So I just had to make sure.
Yeah, what's good with you?
Not much, man. Feeling good, feeling great.
How you feeling?
We are here, the Rolling Out the Pocket podcast, right here, the Premier Madden League, PremierMadden.com. What's good? Mike, what we got going on right now?
Well,
Talk to me, man.
I was about to say, man, you over here talking about you feeling great. I'm going through the records, man. How you feeling great with a 0-4 record, man? We at the quarter mark of the season. You ain't even won a game, but you talking about you feeling good. Talk to me.
I tell you how I know I'm feeling good, because regardless of how this plays out, I'm still going to have $100 in my pocket. Meanwhile, Kirk is 5-0. I'm listening. Keep that same energy, Playboy. What's up?
Wait a minute.
Talk to me.
You said $100. So wait, so you got in on the bet. So what? You said Kurt wouldn't make the playoffs, or that he would?
I didn't get in on the bet. I just know you about to be down 100. That's all I know. I would have got in if I could have got somebody to bet against me. Apparently, everybody knew Kurt was going to make it, I guess.
I mean, nah, Nat bet against it. Or it might be for division. I forgot exactly what it was, but I wanted in on that action. Right now, he's sitting at 5-0. I'm at 3-2.
He's sitting at 5-0.
The rest of the division's at 3-2 too. None of us have played him yet. So, you know, everything is still...
Okay, so these are all games that don't matter. That's
yes.
what you're telling me.
I mean, I ain't saying it don't matter. I'm just saying it could break bad for him real quick. But actually, this is actually a pretty cool idea. We ain't talked in about a week or two, so maybe we should just go ahead and just go through some of the happenings at the quarter mark of season 3.
Yeah, that's where we are right now. Yeah, talk to him.
Bet. So I think usually we start in the AFC. So let's start NFC this time around, and we'll go from the bottom, from the bottom up. You know what I'm saying? When I say that.
Okay, we're taking shots.
Yeah,
I can live with that.
We'll start with the NFC West, man. So at the quarter mark, I mean, your division leader is Ant Dog with them 49ers. They're sitting at 2-2. You got the Rams, Seahawks, and your team, the Cardinals, all in second place. So y'all are right there in second place, all with a record of 0-4.
I see what you did there. I see, and I can't be mad at it. It's been a rough season, bro. Like for our listeners out there, you know, if you're familiar with how football scheduling goes, and right now, the NFC West, we're currently up against NFC. Is that North? I don't want to be wrong.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And they probably are the best league and are the best division overall, like makings. Like when you put all the players together, I would have to say they might be the number one, maybe.
Okay.
I'm really trying to make sure I say that right. I hope I don't get it wrong. Are you agreeing or disagreeing? Where we at? If
they're not number one, they're close to it. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of love from my side, which is the AFC West. But at the end of the day, we ain't never won a Super Bowl on our side. I haven't won a playoff game. So, when you talk about the best, you got to consider both season and postseason success. And me, myself, I've won the division twice, but I haven't done anything in the playoffs. I think Kurt's won 2 playoff games. Q may have won 1, and Broncos ain't even made it. And then when you talk about the NFC North, you got a champion over there that literally has not lost a game. So, but besides that, though, bro, man, I'm looking at the points scored and the points against, bro. For your team in particular, you've scored 58 points in 4 games, and you've allowed 120 points, dog, in 4 games. That's an average of 30, 32 points a game, something like that?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take
30
that.
points, 30 points, not 32. What's going on, man?
What was the number? You said how many?
It's 30 points a game. And I want to talk about that, man, because we've gone from you winning the division and people saying you
still gonna win it, by the way. Still gonna win it.
Yeah, you still got a chance. And people claiming you as one of the more improved coaches. Talk to us about the downfall.
The people's champ. I like that.
I won't even call it the downfall. Just talk to us about where you're at in your season.
I just honestly, man, like I've said this before, so now we're on the podcast. The games I've lost in the past, when I play a game and I would lose, I would be spiraling out of control. Like, man, where am I? I don't know what I'm about to do. I'm lost. Nothing's working. Somebody help me. SOS. Throw me a lifeline or something. My game against Mole. I'll take my first game. Game against Ant.
Yeah, I'm looking at your schedule now. It looks like it's 49ers. Yeah. That's Ant. Bears, Mole. Yeah. CEO and his Vikings had a bye week, and then you just played the Falcons. That's Noble.
Yeah. All good users, man. Mm-hmm. Honestly, all solid users. All guys, experienced guys who come on the field knowing what they want to do. I'm getting there. I will say that. I feel good. The attacks that I want, I'm not getting them yet, but they're coming. But I don't feel like I'm lost anymore, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like I'm routes that I want to hit, routes that I can't hit, running the ball. It's like, okay, I know what to do, when to do, yada, yada, yada. So I'll take that, but like playing against the Bears, he's undefeated in 3 seasons.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying I can't beat him.
That's a fair, that's fair.
You got to go into that game with a realistic expectation. CEO in that same division of the Bears, another tough user. Not saying I can't beat him, but I'm saying you got to go in.
You manage your expectations?
Yes. Got to.
I feel you. And then you got the Falcons. That was another tough
here's the thing,
one.
like, it's like I don't want to sit around depressed, like, oh man, I can't believe I've lost the first 4 games. Like, bro, 3 of those games you weren't expected to win anyway.
Oh, that's true. That's true. And as we went through and looked at your schedule, and it looks like you could still, turn it around and make a nice run at it. I don't want to spend too much time on a winless team, so let's talk about the 49ers.
I hear you. Winless playoff team. Take a shot at winless team. Let's go.
Hey, it's all good. They are 2-2. They took you out. They beat you week 1. Then they lost to the Cowboys and the Colts, and then they beat the Rams. So sitting on top of the division right now at 2-2. Tell us a little bit about what we can expect from Ant and your rivalry going forward. Are you going to be able to catch up? Let's get a hot take in here.
Catch up? He ain't even went nowhere yet. In order to catch up, somebody had to have made progress.
There you go. Okay. Well, I'm guessing that makes me feel like you're in, and it's fine. It was just a tough first part of the season, and everything's gonna turn around. So put your name.
I'm not taking nothing from CEO, from Mo, or from Noble. All solid users, but those weren't even games on my schedule. I wasn't paying those games no attention.
So the season starts now for you.
I wanted to win them. I felt I played my best. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, here we go.
But I wasn't. I'm not in my locker room right now throwing clipboards, asking my guys what they doing. You know what I'm saying?
This is all part of the plan. Okay, it's a marathon, everybody. You know what I'm saying? There it is. Run your race. But I believe you though, because really, off air we looked at the schedule before the season even started, and we kind of predicted that this may be the case. So, I'm riding for you, bro. So hopefully, we can turn that around. Let's move off to the NFC East.
Okay.
And you got your boy Natural at 5-0 leading the way. Up next is the Redskins at 3-2, and the Cowboys also at 3-2. And Philly, man, at 1-3. That one win from Philly is against you, but we don't have to get into that because we already talked about your team. Talk to us a little bit about the Giants, man, and what Natural got going on. I feel like you're really starting to see the type of player he is because you've watched a few of his games.
That one win Philly has was against the Saints. Come on, bro.
Okay. My bad. I thought it was against you.
Boy.
That was last season. My bad. That was last season.
No. Cardinals actually are undefeated against the Saints this cycle.
Oh, okay. All right. My bad.
Yeah, that was our first win. Welcome to PML. That was my first win.
I was just taking a little cheap shot. No, but seriously though, man, what?
And I'm taking one right back at Saints. He ain't even here, and I got to take a shot at him.
You've seen Nat play a little bit now. I know you study his games, or not study his games, but you take a liking to his.
I'm paying attention.
Yeah, you're paying attention to his play calling. Looks like he's using Saquon a little bit more, and he jumped out quick, man, at 5-0. What are your takes on him, man? Do you think he's another one of those guys who's turned his team, had one of the lower ranked teams, turned them into a juggernaut, but he hasn't gotten over the playoff hump. He hasn't won a playoff game either. What are you seeing out of him out of the first quarter of the season?
Not just first quarter of the season though, man. I think he his I don't want to say his mentality seems to be different. I think he says he's been trying to relax a little bit and kind of enjoy the game, and there's been different aspects of, things that he just wasn't happy with. But I think I see him playing in the NFC game for the championship.
You think so? You think he's getting that swag back a little bit, the cutthroatness?
Yeah, I think we have basically begged for it out of him, and I expect to see it, and I look forward to it. And he's like, how many points did he come up overall? 6, something like that.
More than that.
I don't know if it was 6. I don't want to lie.
Yeah, I want to say more than that. I want to say his team originally was in the low 70s, and he's got him up into the mid 80s now.
Yeah, maybe 74, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
It's a complete turnaround, so I'll give that man a shout out. Remember, because I was one of the people saying that, Nat is just
you give him a hard time for how I was GMing over there.
Right?
You did. I remember that.
I definitely said that. I said he's of course one of the great players in the league, but I just didn't see him as a great GM. He's definitely proved that he knows what he's doing when building a team, because they've turned all the way around. Yeah. So another person.
This would be season number 2 with DJ 5K at the driver's seat. So
That's true.
Yeah.
Another player that I think is one of the better players. I mean, this division's a good division.
Yes, it is. That's why I wasn't sure if I could call the North the best.
Mm-hmm. And to say that now, because I want to bring up the Redskins and Z-Star, and then NFL retweet with the Cowboys, and they're both sitting at 3 and 2. If you had to choose between one of those two guys, who do you got as the better player, and why?
So I've played Z-Star. Have I played him twice or just once? I can't remember. Mm-hmm. Maybe once. I don't want to be wrong. And I played Cowboys. Played him in a preseason game. Played him in a regular season game. Mm-hmm. I got to make sure I get my answer right. So Z-Star is methodical. I'll give him that. I don't know how he handles fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, when the building's burning, does he panic or not? I've kind of seen the Cowboys not so much in panic mode, but I gave him a game there for a little bit, and I saw him respond, and he didn't respond bad. Obviously, he won the game. You know what I'm saying? But you can just kind of watch somebody's playing, and it's like, I don't know if Z-Star handles fire as well as Cowboys does, but I don't know that Z-Star, Redskin user, would even be under fire. Like, because he's so methodical, you can tell he kind of has an idea how he wants to attack.
I get what you're saying. So even if he's in an adverse situation, he may not, due to his play style, it may not even really be much to him, because he's going to play the same regardless.
Well, I think a big part of it is going to come down to how well is his quarterback throwing the ball that
That's
game.
true. Yeah, Haskins. I had my reservations about Z-Star because I had never played him in 19. He had a really good run he came in, towards the end of the cycle last year and had a good run with the 49ers. But I just, you know me, man, I don't believe you until I see you on the field, the virtual field. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever you want to do, but I need my own I need my own game against you before I could really crown you. And I played him. I played him recently, and don't let the score fool you. It got out of hand in the fourth quarter, but I definitely think that he has something brewing over there. Don't know what that means, and I don't even know if that even means that he's gonna become a force. But he's consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just a consistent player. I see a lot of the way my seasons turn out in the way that his seasons turn out. You know what I'm saying? Just like, okay, when you double-digit games and then playoffs, no one's really looking at you as someone who's going to do anything massive. Not saying that he can't, And definitely not saying that I can't, but it just hasn't happened yet. Is that fair or not fair?
No, I think that's fair. I can rock with that.
And then when it comes to Cowboys, I've always had a twinkle in my eye when it comes to his team, because he's won a Super Bowl, so he won a Super Bowl in Madden 19. I don't know if we won.
I didn't know that. That's news to me.
Yeah,
okay.
He won one, man. I don't know if we really count that in this cycle. As far as, I know we don't count it for
notable.
This. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if we count it for this game, but for a league, PML, I think we have to at least acknowledge it every year, right? Because, we're going to continue with...
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so he has him a ring, man.
When you come to the PML building, and you walk down the hall, you're going to see the list of Madden 19 guys, who won it. So that's got to be on there.
And he has him won. But this season, though, I feel like he hasn't hit his stride yet. But at 3-2 right now, maybe this is the season he does it. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? He did get rid of his quarterback.
3-2 it's too early to crown him king, but it's also way too early to say he's not a contender. Like, first half of the season, man, it don't count. And not even first half, first quarter. It's not that it doesn't count. But players haven't hit their stride yet because he's got a rookie quarterback that he's working.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And if we're gonna come on air and we're gonna say that Nat has been a different kind of guy as far as in the chat or just his energy, we got to say the same thing with NFL RT too, because he's a dog. Time. He's a dog too, but he's been quiet. You know what I'm saying? And he's had a couple of blowouts with aforementioned Nat, where, in my opinion, Nat destroyed him. You know what I'm saying? Like, made that man turn the game off. You know what I'm saying? Which probably should have been a kickable offense from the league, but we ain't got to get into that. But what I will say is,
let's stick to season 3. Let's stick to this season right now.
What I will say is, you've seen it, man. When NFL gets in there and he gets in his bag, boy, he control with the best of them too. So I'd like to see.
Yes, he can. I give him that. That was actually quite hilarious. I'm not letting that one go.
I'd like to see
him letting that one go.
I'd like to see him get a little bit more involved. Maybe Nat humbled him, but I don't know. That was a few months ago now. So I'd like to see a little bit more talk out of him. As far as that, because I like the static. You know what I'm saying? I'll admit to that. So, Eagles, they're at 1-3. Drama Man, I don't have much to say.
That's my boy. Drama Man
is cool as a fan. You know what I'm saying? But as far as
he's gonna talk his talk though.
Yeah. He got a big game coming up with Giants, so maybe he'll be the first one to put a blemish on that 5-0 record. So
I don't see it.
You don't see it happening. Now we're moving to the NFC South. We can make this quick, bro. We can make this quick.
Good guy.
You got the Falcons at 3-1. Noble. What you think about Noble, man?
I think he knows his stuff. I know he's been handed the cheese card a few times. The word cheese is just so difficult for me in this game, man, because
I don't buy cheese no more.
In other video games I play, so you say cheese, I know exactly what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't buy the cheese no more. And, I want to go on record of, first off, I shouldn't have to go on record because I never said that he wasn't legit. I just said I hadn't seen him. And I have seen him now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's a top player, man. And I think we all just have to recognize that. Maybe, I don't know, whoever's hitting his scores, there's a reason why they're hitting the score. So maybe he is doing something that could be frowned upon. But again, from what I've seen, he's straight. That loop-de-doo, or what they call that running, where you run backwards.
Yeah, swerve. Oh yeah, and
he does that a little bit, but I don't know.
Yeah, I can rock with that. And that, like, there's a wide open hole, but man.
Wait, hold on. You said you can rock with that, or you can't?
I can.
I don't rock with that at all. If the hole is there, you gotta
not liking it, right?
Yeah.
But the goal is to win, try to farm XP, all of that.
No, hold on. Let's backtrack.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's get it. Let's go to the left real quick. Let's roll out the pocket. Hold on. We're in a sim league, and I get it. We all have our different understandings of what sim is. But come on, Brim.
Yeah.
If in a sim league you're running an off tackle and the hole is wide open, but yet you sprint 3 yards down to loop around to the outside just because you know that's just how it works in the game, does that defeat the purpose of a sim league? Because you know what I'm saying? Like, we have examples of him bouncing it to the outside. Really, that's what I'm asking you, is bouncing it to the outside every time. Is that something we should be frowning upon?
This is what I got for you, okay? I'm the new guy. I feel like my answer can be 1,000. You ask me my first PML Madden 20 season, is that sim? My answer is no.
Okay.
You can't do that.
Okay.
I had the opportunity to play a lab game against Mole, and I ran that shotgun play where he fakes the jet sweep and takes off running. You know what I'm saying? When I played against Mole, he literally read the animation like, oh, I know that play. I've run it too many times. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm doing my homework. I'm watching people play. You know, we do the podcast, so I'm trying to make sure I keep a good, pulse on the league. And I'm watching our Bengals user play. He runs that play and instantly, instead of running to the right like the play's designed, as soon as his quarterback keeps it, he goes left. And now, once again, when I first started playing, I'd be like, no, that's not sim. But at the same time, if the defensive guys know the play you're running, you know what I'm saying, then to some degree, don't you have to try to get the advantage,
Now, is that but are you speaking on the same situation that really, you know what I'm talking about? Like, we have pictures
no, I saw the play. I saw the video. I watched it.
Now, are you speaking about the same thing, or is this Apple, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm speaking about the same thing, because if he runs it up, there's a big hole there, but he's going to, the pursuit's going to close. Maybe he gains 5 yards, which is still ahead of schedule. You get 5 yards on a run, that's ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
But bounce to the outside, he's going to get either A, 20 yards, or B, a touchdown. Which one are you doing? I mean, I know which one you're going to do because it's a sim league, but...
Well, no.
I'm slowly getting to the point to where I've seen so many moves made that I'm like, yo, F playing sim, I just want a W at this point. I'm not there yet, but that's where I'm headed.
I don't agree with you because you know me. You know what I'm saying? If I see the hole, exactly, I'm hitting the hole, and I could probably...
I'm taking the hole, too.
My thought is the hole is there. I can make a move and make the play bigger anyway. You know what I'm saying? I can't even really fathom running a swerve run because I just never have done it. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's neither here. That's not a holier than thou thing. That's just, I don't know how to do it. I've never done it. And I don't really care to learn it. So that's why I'm pushing back a little bit, because I don't know, man. Even with the whole, you said take the 5 yards or bounce outside for 20 or a touchdown. I don't know. That's not even really the case. I just feel like some people are bouncing outside just because they're bouncing outside, not because they're getting more yards.
Yeah, and it's not always working neither. I've seen that bounce outside turn into a loss of 3. So I'm not even here to try to say it's foolproof, but the game has shown that
it could work.
Kind of provide it'll provide an advantage before it provides a disadvantage.
Okay, well, cool. Shout out to Noble though. He's sitting at 3-1, winning the NFC South right now. Panthers, JT, our commish is at 1-3. Buccaneers are at 1-4. A lot of rumblings about Buccaneers if they tanked, because they started off the season by beating the Bills, but they've lost the next 4. So I think maybe Bills just came in and underestimated them. Want to talk a little bit about the Saints and being 0-4 and go out of the pocket again and ask you, the Saints are one of the higher rated teams. In a league like ours, they have yet to make the playoffs. In a league like ours, when do we start to value competition over anything else? Like, are we here to be the most competitive league? Are we here as a hobby league? Are we here as a millennial, everyone gets a trophy league? We've heard a few people say that we need to have only dogs up in here. We had some people say that it needs to be about content. New guy, where do you fit? Where do you sit at all of that?
This is tough. So I got an interesting take on the Saints because that was my first win, and, I felt good about it, yada, yada. But then, we started a different league and, kind of like a practice league so that games could go faster because we weren't doing content, right?
And shout out to Nefarious. This ain't about you. This is just more so about us.
Definitely is Nefarious, man.
It's just more so.
That game there, like you were watching the game, you're like, yo, he's not a bad user at all.
Exactly.
So sometimes with the league, with the team matching, play style, like prime example, I love the Cardinals. I really hope to get the Cardinals again because I want to do a better job next season at content to see what I could actually bake out of these guys.
Okay.
But like with the way I like to play, and you and I have kind of cracked jokes about this, if I was the Chiefs, Tyreek would probably already be suspended for being over the yards.
Definitely.
McLaurin, because that's just how I like. So
that's how you like.
Sometimes that can be a thing.
I feel like you're living vicariously through my team.
You may not have the team.
Yeah, I feel like you're living vicariously through my team. Just like, Mike, please, just chuck it.
I am. I really am.
All right, my
because
bad.
I got some pieces that so that could be the thing. Like, I played Nefarious in a different league, and I'm not saying I'm a great player, but I played him before and I won, and then I play him again, and he pretty much was in control of the whole game. It wasn't about who won or lost. I'm talking about the momentum, the swing, the poise of the game. He was in control the whole time. So I'm like, maybe he has the wrong team, so he could be not competitive this year, getting a different team, and then all of a sudden he's a monster, I feel like for the most part, it's kind of been established. Most of the users in our league are, I don't want to say top tier Madden players, but I wouldn't call them bottom tier either.
Yeah, but decent enough, you know what I mean? Or B, we'll say B to B plus as an average.
Yeah.
That's an interesting conversation. I think we need to have a deep dive into that, right? Like, I think they did a very good job this year with matching teams. Or I don't know if they matched teams to play styles or if they more so just wanted even divisions. You know what I'm saying? Because
I think the matchup seems to be divisions.
Right.
To me, that's what it seems like to me.
Now, I wonder if they add a new layer into that for 21.
With play styles?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because play style.
I don't think you can. I think that's because that play style thing is almost like the injury slider going up to 35. Like, you got to be dynamic. If you're good at Madden, you'll figure it out.
True.
Same thing with play style. If you like to run the ball a lot and you end up with a passing team, you'll figure it out.
That happened to me. And I feel like, you know, I'm you don't want to hear it, but I'm slowly reverting back to my old kind of play style. Even though I have the weapons that I have. But I do hear you, though, like a good coach, and maybe that's just exposing me, right? A good coach sees the talent that he has, morphs his team or morphs his game and goes after it. So that might be an indictment on me, knowing that I got a 99 quarterback and 99 speed receiver, but yet I want to run it up between the tackles. So, I mean, I think you're right, though. Maybe it does have to just continue to be about divisions and not necessarily play styles. Because play styles, I mean, shoot, you'd have to give me the 49ers or the Titans.
We'd be here all day. I don't even know if there's enough teams to go around.
Exactly. And we could, actually, we should, I'm going to write that down. Maybe we do an episode about coaches and play styles and maybe, you know what I mean? Like, well, who plays how type of thing. And then last but not least, man, we can do the NFC North. That is, of course, led by Mole at 4-0. But you know what? There's some.
Yes, it is.
NFC North is interesting, bro, because now you got the Lions at 3-1, who lost to CEO. That was his one loss. And CEO, Lions is Jose, and CEO is the Vikings, and the Vikings are 3-2, who just recently lost to the Cowboys, but they didn't make the playoffs last time, and now they started off the season pretty well. CEO for some reason has some fans, man. I don't know why. He beat you, but he definitely has fans. I don't get it. Do you get it? Do you think he is a sleeper, or what do you think? Because we already know who the Bears are. Shout out to Mo. You're dope. Yeah. Hopefully you'll get knocked off this year. We'll see. But you're sitting at 4-0, so we'll just move on. No offense. But what do you think about CEO?
What do I think about CEO? I think CEO is solid, but that's not what you're asking.
I'm asking, where does this fan club come from? Because in my eyes, it's a pretty even. I mean, not even. It's a pretty easy call that Jose is better. But maybe I'm the opposite of CEO, right? Maybe I'm just a Jose fanboy because he makes me laugh in the chat. You know what I'm saying? But
that could be it. I don't really have a hot take on CEO. He doesn't talk enough for me, and that's nothing against him. He always there for his games.
Yeah, he's always
I'm just saying I don't have enough to give you a hot take on CEO.
Did he whoop you, bro? How did you feel when y'all was playing?
Well, yeah, it did, but
no.
I mean, so that
I'm saying, by when I say did he whoop you, like when you were playing him, did you feel overmatched? I mean, I'm not worried. In this game, the final score doesn't necessarily mean you got whooped. We can agree on that, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but how did you feel like he was leaning on you all game? Like,
I'm gonna say yes. Part of me wants to say no, but I'm gonna say yes because, I mean, I guess I could be dancing on that line of loser talk, like you like to say. Mm-hmm. So I'm just gonna say yes to keep it decent, man. Like, I'm not. It's been this season has been interesting for me because I've been trying to open up my play calling. In that game against him, I called an out route. Judy had the man beat, and the animation just gave the guy the ball, not Judy. And you know me, I was basically going through it after the game. I'm looking at ratings. I'm trying to figure out what do I need to boost so that he doesn't get the animation to catch the ball. Why didn't my guy get the animation to catch it? So that's nothing against him, but I feel like that's more me versus Madden than me versus CEO. You see what I'm saying?
I hear you.
At that point, that was very annoying for me. And it's like, man, I don't know what to do. But it wasn't because he's calling coverages or something and I'm just stuck. It's more like I made a read. He was there. He got him beat on the out. The cornerback was behind him. It wasn't like he jumped the route. You see what I'm saying? He was still behind him. So
it's one of those,
at that point, I was like,
Sounds like one of those situations where Madden's going to cheat somebody and you just hope it ain't you. And this time it was you.
Yeah, and I know you can say, well, that's one play out of 50. I'm like, but that was a big play.
Oh, man, one play can change the game. This football. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I had a curl that game that didn't. So it's a few small things, there's difference between a first down and not. But solid guy. So I'm a am I a CEO fan? Yes. Am I CEO over Jose? That's what we'll call it. We'll call it CEO over Jose. Are you team CEO, team Jose?
Team Jose over here.
I know you are. I gotta rock with Jose just because he and I talk more, but. Do I think it's, as you said, you easily know Jose's a better player? I don't know if I can rock with that. Jose, to me, might be the most diverse. Here it is. We're here again. Under fire, I feel like Jose is fine. If the game's not going his way, I think Jose is just fine.
Yeah.
I can't speak for CEO because I've only seen him play one way.
I think that's how I take.
Him play other people to when he played against me, I've only seen him play one way.
I like that. That's a hot take because being under fire and being able to respond to that fire is a real good thing to be able to do. And CEO under fire.
Week 13, 14, 15, that's going to become important. What are you going to do when everybody's in their stride,
Yeah. So that I like that. That's actually something that I'm going to be considering when I'm doing my little virtual evaluations of teams. Yeah, man, that's dope. So, we're hitting our end point here, man. I'm guessing we can just go ahead and call this the NFC update. We can do us an AFC update too.
I'm with that. Who you got? Who's playing the conference match at the end of the season for the NFC to figure out who's going to the Super Bowl?
Who I got
since we're going to keep this one NFC, who you got?
Okay, so let me go through again. I mean, the easy, how about this? How about we answer it like this? Okay, are you asking who's playing the game, the NFC Championship, or who's going to win the NFC?
Yeah.
Okay, because we already know.
Playing it.
Yeah, because we know. So Mo's going to be there. We know that. Or we're going to assume that. The other guy, You know,
you're gonna assume it, by the way, but keep talking.
Okay. So we got Noble over there. We got the Giants. I think my boy Z-Star. I think Z-Star is gonna end up getting one of those wild cards. I think you get in. So I'll go on a limb and say this will be the time that it ends up being Mole versus Natural. I think Natural finally gets over the hump, gets him a couple of wins in the playoffs, and the biggest matchup in PML happens. That's what I think.
I'm going to say this. I could be wrong. I think Nat's pissed, and I'm excited about it.
Ooh, okay.
So I think it's, I'm going to be honest. Most likely to beat Mole first would be between Jose and Nat.
Okay.
And it's possible Mole isn't playing in that game.
Wow.
For the NFC Championship.
Okay. you going all the way out there. So you got...
I got to... Well, first of all, somebody has to. If this is going to be a respectable radio show, somebody has to.
I hear that.
That's just mandatory.
You're being Max Kellerman today.
Yeah, got to. And then it's... Mo has a lot of diversity. To me, that's his niche. Not just playing the game as much and whatever. He adjusts well.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
I also think Nat adjusts well. I also think Jose adjusts well. I think we'll go to AFC next season, but I think Cookie Boy adjusts well. Falcons, super cheesy self, queso, whatever, as we say in Texas. I think he has one way of playing. I don't think he adjusts well.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I'm not saying he doesn't play his one way well. And I'm not saying he may not have a second or third gear, but if he's put under fire, how well does he do? I'm just saying that's what I think.
I like this under fire viewpoint you're putting out there. It's the first time I'm hearing you talk about that. I like this, man. Like, we need to introduce that into chat. Like, who's the top pressure performer, man? This is good stuff.
I got because that's what I think. I think that's notable because when we'll take before we wrap this up, just a quick nod to him. Congrats to him, our Bills user for making the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
him, being cheesy, whatever, methodical. I don't care how you want to word it. That didn't necessarily surprise people. It was him winning under pressure is what surprised us.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's where that under fire thing comes from. It's like I think I'm an okay player. But like how I'm over here crying about not getting the out route, that's me under fire. And I didn't adjust well. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
it's like I got to get my under pressure situations better.
As we wrap, man, I would have to say that under pressure, I'm good during the regular season. But in the playoffs, bro, under pressure, I might be the worst, man. Like, I don't know what happens. I just revert to I don't know, man. I lost a last second drive to Kurt. And then Polar came in and just kind of handled me from beginning to end.
He did.
So
then he got you in the chat the other day trolling. I'm like, yo, get out of that, Mike, please. And you wouldn't let it go.
Now that I don't know, man. Think about this. Think about this. It's to the point to where PML is doing a podcast. We got content creators. We got big time YouTube people involved with this. We got a lot of people who are really kind of dedicated to this game, this video game that we play. And the only time that I really ever get agitated in chat is when you kind of undermine the integrity of it all and say, I don't care. It's just a video game. Because then now it's kind of like you're taking a shot at me as a person. Like, oh, it's just a video game. I don't care about none of this. It's like, bro, nobody really cares to the point to where it really matters. But you saying that is kind of like almost trying to make me feel like I'm a loser type of thing. And it's like, maybe this ain't for you. You know what I mean? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Or am I out of bounds?
Oh, no, I definitely get what you're saying. I think everybody has to handle it different, and that's his approach. He's like, yo, I've been in fights and arguments over Madden. With his personality, I can see that. So I think it's more of him reminding himself he doesn't
I think
care,
so too. Yeah, like Jose put it best, man. I think it was, and I hate to say it, but this is how I feel. I think it was him reminding himself that he doesn't have a warrior mentality on all things. Like that, our Mamba mentality, like, you know, like if anything is competitive for me, and I feel like I'm speaking for you too. If I'm competing, regardless of what it is, I could be playing chess. You know what I'm saying? Or time, we can be racing to see who's tying our shoes the fastest. It's serious. It's always serious if we want to say it's a competition with me, video game or not. And any of that loser talk, that just don't creep into my vernacular. Maybe it does for other people. I don't know. But that whole, I don't care. I don't care, man. That shit's just annoying to me.
I mean, I think it's obvious he cares. I mean, he takes time to put together his draft board.
He does care. He does care. We actually had an offline conversation too, and he was just more so saying that he was down a lot of points, and when you're down a lot of points, who cares? I think that's what he meant.
I think so that's another one. That's where the game is different than real life. And I've been down by a lot of points more than anybody, right? I don't know that that's true, but you get the joke I'm making.
Yeah.
The temptation to want to take your starters out to not have any weird glitch animation injuries, I get it. 1,000%. I really do. Mm-hmm. I've even considered it. And the only reason why I didn't was because, like if I was a guy who wasn't in the chat, if this league didn't have a chat, I would do it without thinking about it. Like, what, somebody going to say something to me? Nobody going to say nothing? But because we're all in the chat talking, it becomes an integrity thing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But if we never talk to each other, bro, I wouldn't care because I'm like, yo, you're not finna get me on some bum injury and I'm down 70 points. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm down 3 scores. So I get that. I really do.
I mean, to me, that word integrity, some people would kind of chuckle at us saying integrity in a video game. But for what we're building over here, I think it's important. I think that's why people respect.
Well, put it like this, I have to use it, bro, because I'm not in shape anymore. So this is it.
This is it. You hung up the real cleats. So virtual.
And they're in my garage right now, bro. I was in a flag football league 5 years ago, and even then, that's all of it's gone, bro. All of it's gone.
These virtual cleats is all we got. And on that note, man, I'm out.
To all of our non-PML listeners, we appreciate you for being here. We really do. The highs and lows of the league, we take you through. Don't be afraid to comment us. Let us know. Hit us on Twitter. All of our different users are users on YouTube. Some of our bigger users, man, make sure you show them some love. Let them know you found them by the podcast. Shout out to Cookie Boy, Sports Gamers Online, to D-Lloyd TV. Those guys have put in a lot of work on their YouTube, and I think it's notable. So definitely show those guys some love. All of my users, please start submitting if you haven't already. Make sure you continue to submit your user scores. Make sure you submit your fantasy teams, because that's easy points right there, right? Easy points for your upgrades. We can't wait to come back, because now we got to cover the AFC. It's your boy GooseneckxGamer rolling out the pocket. Fling Mike with me, slowly becoming Spurs Mike again. Maybe we can end somewhere in the middle and be like Clippers Mike or something. You know?
Something like that. We'll see. If it's gonna give me a playoff win, I'm down for whatever.
Rolling Out the Pocket podcast. We are out. Thank you for listening.